you guys really have one of the greatest libraries of historical documents. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. It's the only collection. We have actually 2 museums in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We have one just west of Fort Worth in Aledo. We have one in Las Colinas. But the one in Aledo, which is where our main location for WallBuilders is, we have on display the only place in America you can go and see documents from every single signer of the Declaration and every signer of the Constitution. Wow. The only other people that have those collections are places like the Smithsonian, the Library of Congress, or National Archive. Wow. And we've been blessed. We have tens of thousands of original documents. So any president, any founding father you can name, we have some of their handwritten documents.
So I know this is going to be difficult, but out of all the documents that you have looked at, what is one that really touched your heart and stood out as far as maybe looking at our founding fathers, Constitution, whatever?
We have a Geneva Bible that the Pilgrims came to America in 1620. The Geneva Bible was part of the Bible of the Reformation when the Bible hadn't been available to the modern world in their language. And so when the Geneva Bible comes out, for example, in English for people in England and Western Europe, this is a revolutionary thing. And when the Pilgrims come to America, they come with the Geneva Bible. Well, John Winthrop is the one who leads the Puritans in 1630. There's 1,000 Puritans that come initially with him, and this is where he gives the famous sermon about America being a city on a hill. We have a Bible from one of the families that came with John Winthrop. And in the front of the Bible, it actually has their family genealogy and quill pen. Wow. The Bible's from 1590. Wow. And so that's just ones off the top of my head.
Of course, you've written these books, The American Story. There's 1 and 2, and this is just like a must-have for understanding America, the story of America. Just quickly tell about both of these, because I know people will want to get that and share with their children, their grandchildren, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, the American Story of the Beginnings, we go from Columbus through the Declaration, and we actually in both books have more than 1,000 footnotes in the back of them because we're trying to tell the honest story, and so we use original documents to do it. And in using those documents, we encourage people, please don't take our word for this. Like, here's the actual letter where this is what he wrote. But what we try to point out to people is that most of what we think we know today is not historically accurate for lots of reasons. Yeah. And when you go back and actually read from their own writings, you realize that even though these weren't perfect people, they were people that by and large not only knew there was a God, they were people seeking to be used by God for a greater purpose, for their future legacies, future generation for America. The second book goes from the Constitutional Convention up through the first 7 presidents. So my dad and I are working. We're going to have a series of 4 or 5 of these that kind of tell all of the American story. So these are the first 2 installments, chronological order. But it goes Columbus through the first 7 presidents.
And you tell a lot of the actual stories, like you said, with the footnotes to back up, because truth is so important. Yeah.
Hey, family, if you're feeling inspired by this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment what's on your heart today. And don't forget to share this content with someone who needs to be uplifted so we can continue to be a light together.